The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to another QuoteWerks 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of QuoteWerks. And today I'm going to cover sales commissions. How can you use QuoteWerks to calculate your sales commission automatically as you generate the quote, so you're going to know what you're going to potentially earn before the order comes in. Hello, my name is Tim Wilmot and my company, Wizard Systems, we're a specialist CRM system supplier who help out small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales productivity, marketing, and customer service through the use of simple and affordable solutions like QuoteWerks. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also, at the end, I'll be giving you an update on some QuoteWerks product news for you to keep you up to date. And this call is being recorded. Afterwards, you will get an email from our system, those that are registered, with a link to the recording that you can play back as many times as you want to, and it will be on our YouTube channel as well. Just go to YouTube and locate channel Wizard Systems, or one word, and you'll see all of our other QuoteWerks videos up there. Just a quick mention about Wizard Systems. We have been associated with QuoteWerks a long time, nearly a couple of decades now. We have implemented well over 3,000 CRM implementations, and around QuoteWerks, we provide the complete service. We provide the product, the upgrades, any kind of training, and all the ongoing support as well. Okay, so let's dive into sales commissions then with QuoteWerks. So here is a quotation that I've prepared already. And as you may know, on the sales information tab, that's where you can define the salesperson for this particular quotation. So in QuoteWerks, under the user maintenance section, I've defined what Bill's commission is. More on that in a minute, but automatically I can see on the document items tab there, just above all the document items, I can see Bill's current commission on all of these products. Furthermore, what you can do is you can highlight or select individual lines, and that will identify the combined commission or the commission on that highlighted item. So a nice way of drilling down there and seeing potentially what commission you're going to make on individual elements of the quote. Now, this commission can also be printed out on reports and quotation order layouts in QuoteWerks. So if you wanted to have the user to be able to print out and provide something in writing on what that expected commission is, then when we go to the deliver part of QuoteWerks and we print out an order, let me just do a little quick preview of this one. We can get there, I just zoom in a little bit. We can see the commission that Bill is going to earn. So what you can do on all of your reports and layouts in QuoteWerks, let me just go back to that again. So you can select that, click on edit, and there's the commission field there. It's one of the standard fields in the document headers section. I go down to it. There we are, commission amount. You can insert that wherever you want to on your report or layout. Now, to set up what Bill's commission is, it's very straightforward. As an administrator, you can go to your utilities menu, down to user maintenance, select the user. I'm going to double click on Bill, and on the sales tab there, this is where you've basically got three choices on how you want QuoteWerks to calculate that commission. It could be on the sales price, the overall revenue of that quotation, or it could be on the gross profit, the profit margin on that as well, instead of the actual revenue. There is another third option there called other. I'll go into that in a minute, but basically those are the options that you've got in there. You can also select a monthly sales quota. That can be very useful when the user, or again, if you're doing any reporting, you've got the actual monthly sales quote or target, if you like, for that user. And that can be very useful in doing some sort of comparison of your sales figures or your expected sales figures against that target figure. Now, the other option that you've got here, this third option, other, QuoteWerks are giving you a couple of standard options in there for a sliding scale of discount. Let me just go back and select another user here called Mary, where I've already set this up. So different user, Mary. If I click on the sales tab here, this is it. Now, don't be too fazed by the syntax of this line. Basically, it will start with structure 3 or structure 4. And then you've got a sequence of numbers delimited with a pipe mark. So mine starts off with 1 and then 1. So there's a pipe character, then a 1, then a pipe, then a 1. What that basically means is, based on a sales price, a sales total of, if it's under 1, it will be 1%, and so on. So basically, based on the value, it's then going to work out the actual percentage commission for you. Let me just put that into practice. So if I cancel there and close that down, so taking the existing quote here, which was already set up, the salesperson set up for this quote was salesperson Bill. Let me change that to Mary now, who's got that sliding scale of increased commissions based on the sales value. I'll just save that to kick that recalculation into operation. So Mary is now the salesperson for this quotation. Click back on the document items tab there, and we will have a different sales figure based on a percentage of the sales value of that quotation. There is also a similar, on that third option, there is also a similar option where you select structure 4, and that's based on the gross profit, the actual profit rather than the actual value of the quote. So you've got structure 3 or structure 4. If you pop in and look at the QuoteWerks help files, it will give you some examples and explain that in more detail for you. So that's it then. Sales quotes and sales commission calculations made easy, a number of different options there. Let me just hop back to our Q&A session now. If you've got any questions around this feature, pop that question into the question section on your meeting control panel. So first question from Nicole. We only kick into commission after a certain value, so no commission before that value. How could I do that? Well, okay, so let's say, for example, it was I don't know in your particular company, but maybe what you're saying then is say the salesperson has to reach £10,000 in sales in a month before they trigger that commission. So they are going to see that commission on the individual quotes. I guess at that stage they won't know how much they've sold in that month. So I'm guessing, Nicole, that this is based on actual values of orders that you've won. Yeah, okay, thanks. So possibly then you could use the report writer in QuoteWerks. So the QuoteWerks system has a built-in report writer. You certainly could build that into report. In the report, you'd have to build in that, in my example, that £10,000 threshold, and then you could calculate the commissions from there based on sales in a period above, say, £10,000. So that would be a way of doing it, but not as I showed on that document items tab. You're going to see the commission for that the potential commission for that quote in your example. Next question from Philip. Can you prepare a quote for another user and it calculate for that user and not me? Yes, exactly. That sales rep field, you just change that to the other user. That can be a default for you if you're regularly preparing quotes for a particular person. Yeah, so it would, whatever is in that sales user field, whatever you define in that sales tab for that user under user maintenance is going to calculate the commission for that user. Right, don't think there's any more questions coming through. Just to wrap up our session, all our training is online at the moment. We're still working under COVID restrictions in our office, so we generally provide all our training online. So wherever you are, whatever kind of level you want instruction, we can discuss that with you, whatever location. Please contact us for any information on QuoteWerks training. The latest release or latest version of QuoteWerks is version 5.5, and then within the versions we've got little builds. So we've got a build 5.22 is the latest release, version 5.5, build 5.22. You've got to have an upgrade maintenance program from Wizard Systems. It's just an annual fee that you pay us, and you get then access to all of the QuoteWerks updates. So that's it, me done. Thanks very much indeed for those of you listening live, a few of you. Thanks very much, and thanks for those questions there. Please stay tuned for our next session next week on a different QuoteWerks topic. There are our other contact details. So pop up to our YouTube channel, Wizard Systems, all one word, where you'll see a whole load of previous QuoteWerks presentations. But hopefully see you same time next week. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.